Hi, my name is Raj Semi.
And my name is Pinky Ghelani, and we are excited to be having a discussion with one another for the June edition of Parents Magazine. Parents Magazine have given us questions that we're going to ask one another. Very interesting questions. And I think I learned something new about you. Are you going to start? Or should I?
Whatever, I can start. There's no problem.
Okay, go on.
Okay, let's go. What are your biggest dreams and aspirations that you haven't shared with me yet?
I think I've shared everything. Everything with you, don't you think?
I think, yeah.
You know me. You know my dreams, my aspirations.
And have I been a part of them?
Yes, of course you have.
Okay.
Wow, that's interesting. What childhood memory has had the most significant impact on who you are today?
I think being with family. When we had our dinners or our holidays with the family. I think now, because I have my own kids, our kids, I think I cherish those moments.
Yeah.
Because when we were that, those are memories now that I carry and obviously try to instill that in my family, in my kids.
So you think it's important, yeah? The family unit
For sure.
and time spent,
Yes.
quality time.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
I like that.
Really?
Yeah. Very nice. Ask me a question.
I know. What do you think are the biggest challenges that we face in our relationship?
I think being from the Indian community, I think that's one of the challenges because we're not with the Asian community. You're not supposed to be very open with your problems. So that's one thing that I feel that sometimes you have to look a certain way or do a certain thing to please society. But I feel like you and I don't really conform to society.
But hasn't time changed now?
Time has
I think
changed.
everyone now, I mean,
No, time has changed. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
yeah.
I'm not saying that, but it's still like there still is the challenge is that we're non-conformers, but society remains society. You know what I mean? So we're different. You and I think, are different. Even the way we bring our children up, it's different. The other thing that I feel that is a challenge is because we're constantly striving. I think you're a perfectionist. I think I'm a perfectionist. So we're always striving to be better than what we were. And it's not a bad challenge. It's an interesting challenge because obviously the reason we're doing this is for our children to have a better tomorrow. And that's challenging
okay.
because of items. It's expensive.
Okay.
Oh, my question.
Yeah.
When do you feel most vulnerable and how can I support you during those times?
I think if I can use that term, men
Yeah.
are vulnerable in, I think, every situation. And then because we keep it inside, I think you or women should, be by our side. I don't think we say it a lot.
Yeah.
And say that, that this is what I'm going through, or this is what I'm going to go through, or this is what I've gone through. I think it's just our actions that, or my actions, that you notice that then you need to know that.
So it's because men don't probably communicate as well as women. Is that what you're saying?
I think we're not as open.
And it's our duty to be able to recognize that.
You being like better part of us, I think it's easier for you guys to understand us than anyone else. But then obviously we're not as open as you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Can add that to another challenge, like to be able to recognize without communication.
Okay. So what are your what are your biggest fears when it comes to our relationship?
Death, because I lost my dad when I was 6 years old. It would be that's my biggest fear, is losing my life partner, being a single mom, and not having you there. I think we had this conversation this morning that I'm so used to you, and it's just nice to have you. It's just nice to have you there, and my biggest fear would be to not have you there.
No, no, I understand that, but you see, it's inevitable. It will happen.
It is,
Yeah.
but okay, maybe untimely, I should say. Untimely death.
So you think maybe in the next.
No, let's not.
When I'm
Just
80,
let's
90, then
move
it's
on
okay.
to when you're 97, maybe.
97, okay.
There are no teeth, when you put your teeth in a glass. Is there something that you've never told anyone about yourself that you feel comfortable sharing with me now and with everyone else? The whole of YouTube and everyone.
No, I think I've shared.
Yeah, I
No,
think you're an
yeah.
open book.
Yeah, I'm very, very. Yeah, in 26 years, I don't think there's much you can
Hide.
hide. Or, yeah. So we walk.
But there is that question I have
Which one?
of when you were in uni and you took a bus to see a girl.
Yeah,
and
there's that's your
you spent a night with a
you.
girl.
Okay, no. That's your thing. Okay. So
It's my imagination.
I think so.
It's the cameras are here. You can
So-
be honest. It's okay.
Nah. Okay. Is there
I
something
threw
you?
you off. didn't
I'm throwing you off now. That's you.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Okay.
Anyway, is there something you've been wanting to talk about but felt uncomfortable bringing it up?
Is there something?
That you felt uncomfortable. Is there something that you've been wanting to talk about and you felt uncomfortable?
There's something I wanted to talk
Yeah.
about, but I
You
feel
feel
uncomfortable
uncomfortable, yeah.
talking about. No. I think also with me, I'm able to tell you how I feel, whether it's saying it nicely or sometimes shouting it, but I'm always able to tell you how I feel. So there's nothing I've ever sort of held back. Yeah. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
You look like you don't.
You paid me enough to be nice. So it's okay.
Are there aspects of your life you're currently unhappy with that you haven't talked about?
Dreams, like obviously every day I have a dream to be better. And obviously when I don't feel comfortable reaching whatever I wanted to plan or whatever, then obviously that for me is.
Like, so you had goals and you feel
I think every day you have a new goal or whatever, and then if I don't get to that, then for me is how do I get to that? Obviously, maybe I don't tell you more about it, but for me it's striving to be a better person.
Yeah.
If it's not for myself, for my family, or for you, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you see why I married him. What is a dream or desire that you're afraid to pursue or talk about? Oh, is it your turn to ask me?
Anyway, let me.
It's okay. Answer this, then ask me
Okay,
too.
so what?
What is a dream or desire that you are afraid to pursue or talk about? I know which one this is.
What?
Videography.
For me, it started out as
Being
yeah,
creating ads, right?
No,
being a massive creative and having your advertising agency and your offices.
Yeah, for me, I think I have a creative side of myself, but then I don't think I believe in myself enough.
Yeah.
And I need to, because I know I can.
Yeah.
But then again,
Self-doubt.
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome.
That's it. Yeah. For me, I think that's it more.
That's amazing.
I think it's for me. I speak about it, then I forget as fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can I make you feel more secure and supported in our relationship?
Buy me a Mercedes.
No, that won't happen.
Mercedes Benz.
That will not happen. I'll buy you a BMW instead.
No, please. I'm not a BMW girl.
So I love BMWs and she loves
Mercedes
Mercedes.
Benz. Okay.
But they're German both.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but there's Mercedes
And there's
and then
BMW.
then my BMW.
No, but how can I?
I think you do already. There's a lot that you do, whereby you show up in different ways, even without me asking. I'll give you an example of when I was starting out my career. You used to sit in the car for 8 hours waiting for me. At that time, we didn't have mobile phones. You used to read a magazine and fall asleep. But no, I think you do. That's why I'm saying for me, you're a constant, and I'm grateful. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want
You
another one?
owe
Okay,
me
fine.
another question.
Now again, yeah. What are the small things that I do that make you love me?
You get it. You. So even when I go back to when the kids were small, and how you'd make sure you're home for bath time, not my bath time, their bath time.
I try to do that, but you never got it.
For them, and you sort of just take that off me and be able to participate in their lives when they were little. Sometimes there would be the diaper change. You're very hands-on, even with my career, and I may not say it all the time
So you got a chance. Go on.
on camera, on record,
Yeah.
for everybody to hear. Let me give you the example of the summit, where people see you in the space and you're carrying chairs or you're carrying cameras, and people actually acknowledge that, and they call me after the summit. They're like, Raj is amazing. That was one, the former CS ambassador Amina. She said that. She said, I take my hats off to Raj because he's there for you. And also our friend, can I call you Rose? Rose of Family Bank now. She just sees you and she just says, that's amazing. And maybe I don't say it enough because I take it for granted, but it's true. There's the small things you do that when you're there, I know it's going to be okay. In what ways do you feel misunderstood or unappreciated in our relationship?
Misunderstood
It's
when I
a short show. Huh?
yeah.
Don't give us a long list.
So misunderstood when I tell you I want to have a burger and you say no, I want to have
Sushi.
No. I think no relationship is perfect. Be it someone who's been married for 50 years, 5 years. You get challenges. We get challenges every day. I mean, we're not perfect.
I am.
That's why I'm with you. That's why I haven't left you. Anyway, yeah. So I don't think it's just to understand and ride the wave together. Yeah, it's that simple. I think.
Whether it's difficult
Yeah.
or complicated or yeah.
Yep.
Our children should be listening. They'll watch this. What are some personal challenges or insecurities you're dealing with right now?
Like I said again, every day is a challenge.
Yeah.
Personal, maybe not being, what's the right word to use? Not being as active as I was 20 years ago. And obviously now, being older, it's harder to do very
Age
many
is a
things.
number.
Yeah, but you see, it's very different. Yeah, it was very easy
Work
to
on your mobility, you'll be fine.
really.
Yeah. And have bone soup.
Yeah, you need to do that. No, but for me, it's that I think it's insecurity. I'm very secure. Yeah, I mean where I am, but obviously
Secure to a point of being called arrogant.
arrogant. But you have to.
Not by me.
Oh, really?
Not by me. You know by who.
No, it's okay.
But I don't think that's a bad thing. I really like that quality about you.
Yeah, for me, no, I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
what I drive, what I eat. If it makes me happy, then I'm
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Simple.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you sleep well at night.
That's yes.
Ask me 2 questions now. I asked you two.
Okay. Okay. How do you envision our future together in 5, 10, or 20 years?
You'll buy me a Mercedes Benz,
Okay, that's in the 5 years. Then in 10 years after that,
an island. So iPhone, iPod, iPad, island.
and I still love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I think, I think the next 5 years, of course, is going to be kids, focused on kids. Ariana going to uni, that, whatever comes with that, those emotions of having our first child leave the nest. The next 5 years, watching her be a teenager and our son also becoming a teenager, which will be new for us. So I think we will be very focused on what our kids are doing and how they are doing, because there's a lot in the world that's being thrown at them. In 10 years, I feel now we'll be empty nesters and we'll probably get more dogs. And we'll probably learning each other again. Like, where are we in our lives? How have we evolved? Do you still like burgers? Do I still like sushi? Although I know that'll be a constant, but it'll be learning, like going out for dates again and spending more time together.
And then 20 years.
Oh, in 20 years, wow,
I think by then Ariana will be married.
married.
Aryan,
If she
maybe.
wants to be.
Yeah. But if they did, then obviously then that's a different area of her life now. We'll have.
Yeah. I mean, again, them being their own people, whatever their choices are and how it affects us as parents, whatever their choices are, because the world is changing so much.
True.
Like they may come home and say, I don't want to get married, but I want to adopt a child, or I'm I'm in a same-sex relationship. You never know, right? So anything, we have to prepare ourselves for anything. Ideally, it would be great, if we go old school, to be grandparents and have big weddings for our kids. But really, it's their choice
Yeah.
what they
But
want to
isn't
do.
that it's going to happen? Obviously, 20 years from now, that's what we're looking at.
If they decide.
That's it. Yeah.
If they decide. We can't force it.
Yeah.
Right? Another question?
Okay. Do you feel I give you enough personal space and time for yourself?
Oh my God, yeah.
Enough.
Sometimes I'm like, where is he?
I throw you out of the please just go, just go, just
No.
go.
Like, I am playing hockey. I am doing this. I think we've been with each other so long that we know. And what you do is, like, it's very rare now, but on my girls' nights out, you don't call me, to a point where it annoys me. Like, does he not worry if I'm okay? But you say the same thing. Never call me when I'm out with my boys, because it's embarrassing, you say.
No, for me, I think it's their time that I'm giving them, or my time that I'm with them,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, it's
Like,
that simple.
don't keep.
I can't ask you
What are you eating now?
Yeah.
What are you drinking now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only time I would call you is just to check, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, if you say you'll be home at 2 a.m. and it's 4 a.m., I'll be like a bit worried.
Right.
That's the only time I will call you.
Okay.
Is there something from your past that still haunts you or affects you today?
From my past. Does it haunt me?
What haunts you, I wonder?
I think, being the second child in
Middle
the family.
child.
Middle child.
Middle child.
Middle child. I think I've told you this.
Middle child syndrome. Don't worry. We get it. We get it.
Yeah. So for me, I think everything was on me.
Yeah.
Like, if anything happens, it's my fault. Is
Yeah.
everything. And initially, I thought it was a bad thing. But growing up now, or the older I am, I understand I had to go through it for me to be where I am today.
As with anything, I think.
I think, yeah. But that's what I think. I think
It still haunts you, though.
To a certain level, yes, it does.
Is that why we've not had a third child? Because you're like, this middle child would be treated
No,
badly.
I don't think so. Just I think everyone has their time or whatever. For me, I think that was it. Anything else? No, I don't think.
No, nothing
No,
haunts you.
nah. I think because for me, I forget about it
You
as fast.
forgive quickly.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yep.
Do we need a therapist?
I think you're a very good therapist. I'm not going to pay anyone else to do it.
Oh, God, I'm a therapist without a certificate.
Yeah.
Your turn.
So, how do you feel we handle conflicts, and what can we do to improve?
It's interesting because it's predictable, right? Like when we have our own conflicts, it's almost predictable to a point where you're like, I know it will be 3 days. After 3 days, one of us will cave and one of us will say, I think what helps us overcome our conflict, whatever the case is, like however bad the conflict is that we're willing to listen to each other and we're willing to accept responsibility where we have made a mistake. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I think how to improve it is just very simple. I think it's communication,
Yeah.
and it goes down to that.
Yeah. And I think we've been really honest with each other in the sense that if there's ever been an issue, we've always said, like, let's just, like you said, communicate it. And if we reach a wall that we're not going to get through, then we just be honest with each other
And I think it's even giving time to each other. Because obviously, what I think today, maybe in the next 5 days, I'll sit down and think
differently.
very differently. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you prefer to express your love and affection? And do you feel like you're able to do so freely with me? Hey, that was a long pause.
No,
Long pause.
being together for such a long time, I think we forget that we need to do much more.
Oh,
Yeah, I think initially when you're in a relationship and it's yes, I need to do it, and then it comes to a stage that your priorities change. Not you. You have now the kids in the picture, whatever, and then you start thinking, do I really need to do? Which is not right. I know it's not right because at the end of the day, I need to show or appreciate you much more. But I think we human beings forget, and
we get used to,
that's it.
and then you take for granted.
That's it.
And then, yeah. So it has to be more intentional.
That's it. And the way life has changed now, before with this mobile phones, we will
Yeah.
make an effort because in the evening we'll meet.
Yeah,
And
without talking
and
throughout the day.
that's
Yeah.
it. But before we get home now, I think you know exactly how my day has
Yeah.
been.
I know everything.
Yeah, so you're like literally that 5 minutes of okay, yes, you're okay,
Yeah.
you're back home. That's it. Yeah, but I think we need to
Date more.
yeah, and have more burgers.
Your last
The
question?
last question.
Okay.
This is the one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So do you feel you've been completely honest with me and about everything?
Was that a made-up question?
No, it's yeah. Do you?
I have
You sure?
completely 1,010%. Do you feel you have? It's not here, but I'm going
No,
to
but
ask you the
that's
same
that,
question.
that that wasn't for me. No, I think I have. Like whatever bothers me, whatever is disturbing me, I do. And obviously, if I haven't, you know it. I've been as honest as I can.
Hey, that
Yeah.
is suspicious.
But then you check it out. Do what you need to.
But I trust you.
All right.
And I don't think I need to.
Yeah.
Like I always say, if you are lying to me, it's disrespect of yourself first. Because, I mean, come on. What's the worst that can happen?
And like,
Unlike,
Yeah.
dislike.
Yeah.
And finally, my question to you is similar to what you asked me. What are your biggest fears about our future together, and how can we address them as a team?
Biggest fear is obviously, like initially I told you that not attaining what I want to, because at the end of the day, obviously that will affect me personally, and inevitably affect you guys, because obviously I bring that energy back home. Obviously, you not being by my side, that's many thoughts that I've had.
Buy
But
me the Mercedes, I won't leave you.
I'll buy you not even one. I can buy you different colors, whichever one you want.
To match my shoes.
No, but that's it. I think those are the fears I think more of. But again, spending half of my life with you, which it has been, I think I've grown into a different person because of you. I don't seem I would have been in a different space or place if it wasn't because of you.
I don't know what to say. That's,
So yeah, so
but again, do you see why I married you?
I know.
Right
So,
answers. Well done.
thank you.
This is amazing.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank
So
you.
thank Parents Magazine.
Yeah, thank you, Parents Magazine. Very interesting questions to answer for the public.